Hello, Spike Chartel here with another video pointing out hypocrisy. Today is concerning the Huffington Post. But after what I spotted this afternoon, I'm more inclined to call them the Humpington Post, as it seems like they would rather fuck and mislead the public in the name of profit and agenda than to actually report the facts. Guess it's not just faux news that does this shit, huh? So I was Googling up some facts as someone had mentioned that Detroit had the highest homicide rate in the country in a discussion I was having on social media, which obviously piqued my curiosity since I happened to be uploading from an undisclosed location in Detroit. So I looked it up, and this is the result that got returned when I typed in Detroit homicide rate. Now all I was looking for was the rate for Detroit and Chicago, as I thought that Chicago had the higher rate, but I was mistaken. Hey, even the best of us make mistakes. But, in my defense, I'm not a multi-billion-dollar publication like the Humpington Post either. Now, for those of you that don't know or realize it, this is actually what's called a paid result on Google. What that means is that the Humpington Post paid Google to put this result at the top of their search results when people search for certain things. I tried the search in another way, with a grammatical error I might add, and got another result. This is to a different article by Humpington. What's interesting though is when asked U.S. cities with the highest homicide rates, I had a little bit different result, and the first link shown was an unpaid link to a website that provides information to people about cities they're thinking about moving to. This unbiased link ranked Detroit as the 7th highest, which is still far from ideal to be sure, but it's a good ways from the highest. So, the $64 million question is, why would Humpington lie about this? It's simple, really. It's because they support gun control, and it doesn't look good for that agenda when the city with the second highest homicide rate in the country, Camden, New Jersey, is in a state that has gun laws so ridiculously strict that they imprison elderly people for having unloaded flintlock pistols in the glove compartments of their cars. Especially when Detroit, which is better by a long shot than Camden, is in a state that has gun laws, more specifically concealed carry laws, that are more in line with the rest of the country in regards to issuance of permits to carry, which is on a strictly shall-issue basis, like most of the states in this great country of ours. But unlike New Jersey, which is on a may-issue basis, meaning that law enforcement can deny your permit if they simply don't like the color of your hair. They also don't like the fact that the city that made the top of the list, East St. Louis, Illinois, is in a state that has some fairly strict gun laws as well. And while the issuance of carry permits is on a shall-issue basis in Illinois, it comes with a caveat that law enforcement gets discretion who gets a permit and who doesn't, so much so that it may as well be a may-issue basis. I might also add that Illinois is home to Chicago, which is notorious for having some of the strictest gun laws in the country, while still having a significantly high violent crime and homicide rate. Though again, to be fair, their homicide rate isn't as high as Detroit, though their violent crime rate is higher than Detroit, oddly enough. But if you want the truth, Detroit has a pretty much non-existent police force as well. So coming in 7th isn't as bad as it sounds, all things considered. So what's Camden's, East St. Louis's, and Chicago's excuse when they actually have adequate police departments? I would also add that I have included links to the gun laws for all the states mentioned in this video, as well as a link to the article where I mentioned the old guy getting prosecuted for having the flintlock pistol, because I like to back up everything with facts, as well as links to the stories that are talked about in the screenshots, as I want to give my listeners as an objective viewpoint as possible. I am Spike Chartel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the video, make sure to give it the thumbs up and share with as many people as you can. If you like my other videos, make sure to subscribe so you always know when the next video comes out. Have a nice day, and may the pounce be with you.